What's up, guys? I'm back with another video. Let's talk about skincare and the important steps that you need to take to have a nice glow to your face. Today I will be doing my nighttime routine, and this includes things like taking the makeup off, what I use to get started, and things like that. So let's just pretend that I'm done with my day. It's after work, and I'm about to cleanse for the night. So I have on makeup today. I don't wear foundations and things like that, but I do the shadows and gloss. So we'll start with a cleanser to take off the makeup. Okay, so what do I use for that? Sorry about that. So I use the Beauty of Joseon makeup remover. It's the cleansing balm is what it's called. So when you open up the top, it has a little scooper in there and you just scoop out whatever you need. So you're gonna open it, and it's so embedded on the top to where I have to fight to get it open. So I'll take a little scoop, about that much. Not very much needed. Take your rings off. And then I'll take it and rub it until it gets warm and melty. Put it in my face. So that's your first little pass at taking everything off. I'm gonna mix it with water. So I'm taking my water and getting it in my face where all of the makeup is coming off, and it just slides off of your face instantly. So eyebrows coming off, and all of that makeup, whatever foundation that you have, it's gonna come off. I feel like I'm drowning, sorry. All right, and then I take my facial towels. I use these quite often. They are a nice size. And I take these and take off the rest of the excess. And as stated in my other videos, I try to use these babies at least twice, depending on how much activity and oils are in my face. Sometimes I use them once, but for the most part, I'll use them at least twice because they're so thick. They're essentially like a towel, so to speak, and they work really well to get all the dirt and grime off. And I use it just like a towel. And so when I wipe my face, everything is coming off. So, see? Just like a regular towel. And then that's the stuff that I have. And then when you wash it off, it essentially just comes out like you're rinsing dirt off. Or just makeup off the towel. And it essentially goes back white again, actually. So let me just show you. See? And it's got a little bit of blemish on there, but not much. So you can actually use these again. And I have two here, guys, just because I like the thickness. So that's that. Okay, so we've taken off all of our makeup. That's the first step for nighttime for me. If I'm wearing makeup, I'll do that step, but that's an optional step that is specifically if you have makeup on, guys. Keep that in mind. And that's the Beauty of Joseon Radiance Cleansing Balm. That's what this is. Very nice Korean beauty product. All right, so what are we gonna go with tonight is a question. I'm a Korean beauty girl. I like Korean beauty, but I also like a few of the US products as well. It's just that I have really elevated on the Korean beauty line. So tonight we're gonna cleanse with the Anua, A-N-U-A, and we'll start out with, of course, the cleanser. You've gotten everything off. I know my face looks good already, huh? So it's good to take the makeup off. So we'll do Anua. This is the Heart Leaf Pore Deep Cleansing Foam. So we'll use that. And I'm gonna show you, this is a pretty good size on this one. This one's 5.07 ounces. It doesn't take a lot, is what I'm trying to get to. It's a long way with Korean beauty. I'm gonna use just a little smidget in my hand. It's already kind of spread it out, but I just put a little pea size in there, rub it together, and look how much this spreads out. I mean, it's effortless. You don't have to use a lot. A little goes a long way on this one. You're gonna do the same little routine as you would to apply. Like, make sure you're not pulling your skin down, but pulling it upward. And then you want to definitely add water to it, just a little bit, to get it a good little foam going on. And you don't need a lot. And this is just a pea size, guys. Pea size. So if you use any more of that, if you put a glob in there, you're gonna have a lot. And always get your neck, guys. If that can be pulled down, that's fine. But your cheeks and everything, when you get up here, go up with it, up and around. But you don't want to misguide your face and have it sagging. That's a sagging motion. You don't want that to happen over time. And just add more water. Keep going. I usually do this for a full minute. That's why I'm taking longer, guys. So keep going for a full minute. And do your thing. Get your neck. I even go behind my ears because it's just so much product. And then once your full minute is over, you can start with your rinse. And you can rinse using these little towels again. Or you can do the old school thing, which is just throwing the water on your face to get it all off quicker. So I usually lay on, because it's so much activity. I usually go like this and get it all off. Then I'm gonna go get some water on here to get it going a little bit faster. Okay, so cleanser is all off. So now you ask yourself, am I exfoliating tonight? This is the time when you would put your exfoliator on. And if you don't want to exfoliate, then you just get right to the toner. I don't have to exfoliate. I did that already. So I'm just skipping right to the toner. And I do have the Anua toner. And it's the Rice 70 Ceramide right here. And so I usually shake it up since it's a rice content. And put it on my face, all over, and get my fan. Anytime when I do the toner, I use my fan on here, just so you know. Okay, toner is on. It's dry. Once it dries, then I jump on to the next step. See, looking good already, huh? I'm ready for the nighttime. All right, so that's the toner. Then this is where my skin flooding comes in. This is where I use a lot of different things in my face to get it ready for the night. So mostly it's serums and drops and oils and whatnot. So today I'm going to use the Anua Ceramide, and it's also the Rice brand. Okay, so this is a serum, so it's like a little oily type sticky substance. So I'll do that in my face and neck. Don't forget the neck. Don't neglect the neck. Okay, so that's that. That doesn't really need to be dried. And then I move on to my next item, which is collagen. My sister-in-law turned me on to this one. Amazon so graciously got it to me in one day. After she posted it, I ordered it, and here it is. So I'm going to use that. It's got to have collagen. You never can get enough of that one. And it has the same texture as the ceramide, which is super good. And I heard the other day that ceramides are really good for people with diabetes with the dry skin issues. It's supposed to help. Any excess product, I just throw it on the rest of my body, on whatever's exposed, put it on there, or I'll just use it on my hands, whatever is convenient. All right, my favorite, the hyaluronic acid. This is a drop that I put on most nights, and this just adds more glow to your face and moisture. So this, oh, let me tell you who this one's by, sorry. This is The Ordinary. That's who this one's by. Ooh, can you see it? The Ordinary. And it's a hyaluronic acid, okay? And I'll put these in my description so you can see the names of these products, so you can know what I used for tonight. All right, it's all blended in, and then before we get to the moisturizer, I'm gonna add the Medicube Triple Collagen Serum. Told you, skin flooding, the Medicube. And it's called Triple Collagen Serum. I'll put that in my description as well. And I'm gonna add this too. So we'll put that on there right after the hyaluronic acid. And that's the almost last step. All right, that is on. Then we don't want to forget to take care of our eyes. So I'm gonna use another brand, Laneige. The Laneige is really good. It's a really good product. It's the Bouncy Firm Eye Sleeping Mask. I'm gonna put that on for my eye care for tonight. So I usually just go around the eye just to make sure I'm getting all the coverage needed. Eyes closed, of course, and that's that one. All right, and then my final step, I'm going to use, let me see, who is the lucky person tonight for the closing of the products. Let's do Haniel. Let's do the Haniel. This one. For the moisturizer. I try to, if I'm using Korean Beauty, I try to keep Korean Beauties together. I don't mix the US product with the Korean Beauty. I try to keep them separate. It's like I try out different things and then I kind of mix and match sometimes, but that's not always a good idea. But these seem to pair well, so I'm going to use this one for my final step of moisturizer. Okay guys, so what do you think? I look younger, I feel younger. Yeah, so that's the final step for tonight. Next, I will give you the morning routine. That's what you do at night, minus the exfoliation, depending on what you need. I recommend exfoliating either once or twice a week, depending on what your skin sensitivities are. All right, so that's my share. And get started on a skincare routine as soon as possible, especially my menopausal friends. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.